different than our brothers and sisters elsewhere, but we have an influence as American Africans. You know, I mean, put the African part last because that's really who you are. My name is Lance Skirv or Lance Skirvin, the government name. But I don't walk around saying Skirvin Lance. Skirvin is last name, so that's what you should call yourself. If you're an African, well, you're an American in Africa, right? Or an African in America, right? So that's how we need to do little tweaks and restructure ourselves. Get on some of these TV shows, documentaries on relocating and what it's like to live, the pros and cons, the cost of living, the opportunities, and the kind of careers that they favor and they pay good for. What is it to buy a house or get some land and start working? Because to me, and I'll shut up after this, it's almost like that world famous circus elephant. I ain't calling nobody here no elephant. I'm just saying, use this as an analogy. It traveled the world with Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus, and everybody knows the name, but they're trapped. They have to perform like we do in the system. Always getting paid less than the white counterparts. Always some we really get fired first because we were hired last. But like that elephant, when they say, okay, the elephants get tired, they're not doing the tricks as efficiently as it used to. Let's take the elephant and put it out in its natural element. And we take the elephant and put it out in its natural element and take the cage and lift off, right? And the element free. The other elephants that are out there is all the food that it can graze on. But it's so used to being fed, so used to being washed, so used to being told what to do and how to think to perform the tricks for the circus who is the oppressor over it, that it doesn't know how to take care of itself. It doesn't know how to walk a few feet over and feed itself. It doesn't know how to go down to the water, the stream or the lake or the ocean and take care of itself with the water duties. And it dries up and dehydrates, dies of hunger, and all the elephants are like, wow. Just like all the people all over the planet. I speak to people here, different races, not because I'm cheesing with them, but I want to get their mindset. Some of these people have never been to America. Some of these people don't understand what goes on in the West. And they give this aura of admiration for the good things that we do, beyond what propaganda is. And I talk frankly with these people. And I'm going to get some of these people on to say what they really think and ask the questions. I'm not focusing on them. They got their systems. They're doing their business here. I'm about bringing us together. I want you to know that everybody doesn't hate us. That's what the oppressor wants us to think, that we can't make it if we go somewhere else. It's what now, 4:14 in the morning? If I want to, I can go take a walk right now and not really look over my shoulder. Where I lived in Orlando, Florida, I wouldn't dare take a walk out beyond my front yard. Right? I had haters. Yeah, they were squirrels and rabbits and dead cats beheaded, tossed, witchcraft and bird seeds and wings dropped at the front door. I mean, that's not just racism thing. I know that had to come from some of us. So a lot of us are all mixed up, but you don't have to stay in that cage and die. And we think that if we leave being subservient to that one who has positioned himself over us, the same one that we have to go to the banks to get a loan, to get a house that we don't owe or we don't own until we pay for it. If we live that long and we refinance, get more trinkets and put ourselves deeper in the hole, the cycle continues. When are we going to break the cycle? I told myself a long time ago, somehow, some way, even before I thought about coming to the motherland, that I would, by the time I'm 60, I'm not going to have a mortgage. I had to understand what that trap is. By the time I'm 60, there's certain bills that I will not be paying. For me, I made a lot of choices in this life that weren't always conducive to the best for me. Back in the 90s, my former marriage, different things I went through. But I don't see myself as a finite being, number one. I don't see myself as ever dying. I will transition in this body, and the minerals that make me will go back to the earth, yes, but my energy goes on and on. So while I look at the fact that I'm 60, as of, for me, yesterday, but it's still yesterday, or maybe it's 4:15 East Coast right now, it's the next day. I don't see myself as a for me. I'm like, 60? I got so much more to go. I see myself as infinite. When I'm not here, I'll be somewhere. My energy will be doing something. So when we think of ourselves like that, the stress of the chronological years will fall off of us, and we're not trying to act the age that we are. Not that I'm some old dude trying to be young. My energy is the same and it's growing. But I'm not looking at the finish line like that's it, like it's a wall. You walk past the finish line and you can find other races. Races meaning racing against yourself to make yourself better. But it's a big, big world out here. And again, like I said, I'm always saying, I shut up at this, like I said 5 minutes ago, right? If I was to actually freeze time and give you 1 million years, and it wouldn't be pleasant to freeze time, right? Where you see some people, everybody's frozen, suspended, froze time for them, but you can still move around, but you won't age in the million years I give you. If you had 1 million years and the world stopped, they wouldn't suffer plain weeping, they suspended, we'll take care of them. And you went to investigate every country, every city, every town, every street, every situation.